Hello, everybody. Welcome back to In Our Humble Opinion. I'm here, so is Tom. We're gonna start rolling. It's Super Bowl week. It's time.
Yeah.
It's ready to go. This isn't the bye, baby. We're about to play on Sunday. It's coming so fast.
You,
I'm
you know what I call it? You know what I call this week? The
what?
Packer fans. We call it morning week.
Oh, you? I'm over here like we would have been in the Super Bowl right now if we didn't run the ball 6 times. Yeah, I'm
Dude,
still
I
salty.
love I love playing what if, man. And I'll tell you, Green Bay could have. I think if Green Bay beat San Francisco, why couldn't they beat
Okay, so
Detroit?
so
But
we're gonna be real quick with the Tom, me and him were talking a pre-show thing. The Zay Flowers thing. Now I don't know what's happening yet, so I'm not going to say what I think. We'll see. But not a good last few weeks from a man's. Let's hope it's not as bad as it sounds. Let's hope it's just a. I don't know. That's all. We're not getting into that. That's basically what I'm saying. It does not seem good,
yeah,
but we'll see.
hopefully that young man starts to understand there's more to football than just wins and losses. That's
Yeah,
all.
it's
And the
okay.
same also
He'll be
too in
fine.
your personal life. Like just surround yourself with people that matter. Try to stay out
So
of. That includes even girlfriends, spouses, etc. If they're not helping you and supportive of you in certain aspects, then they don't really deserve to be around you. So,
hmm
but yeah, let's
so Tom, do you
get
want to
into
start
some
with the game
preview.
analysis, or do you want to do a little go with the awards first because then the awards happen.
Yeah, heck yeah,
Okay,
let's
we'll
do it.
decide. We'll talk about the awards then. I think Lamar MVP's fine. I would have gave it to McCaffrey, and this is completely biased as hell because I love running backs. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that they don't get no love. And all I know now, Lamar is fine. I am not taking that away from him. Believe me, I think he was the quarterback that deserved it because anyone that watched that team, the line you saw it in the championship game. The line wasn't that good, and he made a lot of plays for them, including the touchdown in the championship game. So, but my point is, I just thought McCaffrey, if you consistently watch him all year, I know he was injured, every game he makes play. He's ridiculous. Like he is. Even when the Ravens beat him right by a lot, I was like, if they would have just handed the ball off, and been closer. I don't know why they kept throwing every play and getting the ball tipped. Like, dude, that's the one qualm I have with Kyle Shanahan. A lot of times he runs plays where I'm like, dude, when you're running for like 6 yards a pop, you don't have to keep throwing. Like, I gotta keep them on. No, dude, just run the ball. It's working. Like, but I would have picked McCaffrey, but Lamar getting it does also. I want everyone to, like me and Tom were talking last week. The guy's great. Ravens fans, you didn't win. It's okay. I'm one of you. It's okay. It happens. It's a hard game. It's a team game. Sometimes the game plan isn't good. You get out coached. Momentum. You can't get mad. Players make mistakes, fumbles. Stuff happens. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
That loss is still not as bad. Everyone calm down. Not as bad as the 2011 when we lost to the Patriots. That was awful. I don't even like even thinking about that game. You went from
yeah, I
winning
mean,
to
yeah.
losing a game when you had a 12-yard field goal. That is, oh, don't make me cry. I'm done.
Can't trust kickers, man. I mean, hey, remember they went and got Justin Tucker the
Oh, I'm not
draft
even
pick the
blaming
following year.
Cundiff. I don't even
But
blame
no, like,
Cundiff because Lee
no,
Evans,
you
bro,
remember
Lee.
when a lot of players say like coaches get weird during championship week, and I think like when you see,
Mhm.
yeah, they just get weird. I don't think it was necessarily John Harbaugh. Like I said, I think we talked about it on a couple shows ago. Like, what ends up happening is like Lunkin just panicked. Like when they wouldn't get a first down throw and get a completion, he just started throwing it all over the place instead of, hey, run it on 2nd and 10 and get a
Yeah.
few yards, make it a little bit more manageable situation,
hmm
and he just panicked. And it's kind of, it's a little different game in the NFL than it is
Now, what did you?
than it is at University of Georgia. But I'm
Now,
with you, man. I honestly like Lamar totally deserves it. I'm not knocking it at all, but I'm just so tired of it being a quarterback award, dude. The Ravens have proven at times, like, hey, when Lamar's not in there, they can manufacture wins, right? It's always not pretty, but I'm telling you, man, when Christian McCaffrey was hurt, San Francisco was terrible.
terrible, terrible.
And in the
No.
playoffs, he's been the guy. Like I said, he gets one-on-one, or he has to make a safety miss
Every
in the
time they have
box, and he
come
scores
back,
touch.
every time they have come back in games, he gets a touchdown run, and then the team starts taking off. I'm just saying that's what happened against Detroit. He got that long run for the touchdown.
It happened against Green Bay, dude. He made Green Bay safeties. He really showed how bad they were all
He's a
year.
good player.
And he made them miss in the hole
Tom, I
twice
think you
for
said it.
two
That
long
team,
touchdowns.
That team
Sorry,
is the
man.
hardest team to tackle by the waist. They break everything. They're like, no, you not get them down with the first guy. You got to gang tackle them. That's,
Yep, either they make a move or they're just big. I
they're
mean, yeah.
tough. They're
So like,
tough. Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean, but whatever. Offensive play of the year is basically your true
And this is
offensive
what we're gonna get
MVP.
into
So,
right now.
which is what McCaffrey got, and I think he deserves it.
I just want
So
to get into this because this is the thing that this is the biggest pet peeve I have. Forget the MVP. I'm not even the biggest MVP guy. I don't care, but it's a team sport. I'm like whatever. But this is the one that gets on my nerves, and Tom will attest to this because it's ridiculous how many times this has happened. You have literally made the Super Bowl MVP unless a defensive player gets like 3 picks or 3 sacks and a quarterback does nothing. It's always a quarterback award. The quarterback plays okay and gets the award. It's ridiculous. Peyton Manning, I love Peyton Manning, did not deserve the one he got. The running back, Rhodes, for Indianapolis should have gotten that MVP. That was ridiculous. He didn't even play that good in that game. Like, what are we doing? Eli Manning in the first
honestly,
Super Bowl.
why can't they give like the MVP to even the losing team? Because sometimes there's a player on the other team that's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
exactly. Well, they did that the one time. They did that the one time for the Cowboys when the Colts won. Surprisingly, the Baltimore Colts, Super Bowl 5.
Well, even I mean, think you could in Green Bay when they won in '96, they gave it to Howard, but think when they would have gave that to you could have given that to Reggie White for his dominance in the fourth quarter.
I agree.
You know, I mean, like there's even like, anyways, you know, it's just I don't know.
But how about defensive?
It's just turned into kind of
any awards kind of like you didn't agree with them. Defensive player of the year was a little weird. I mean, Myles Garrett was really good though, so I mean I don't have a big problem with it. But
I'm cool with it.
I mean, a lot of people saying T.J. Watt, but I'm like, I guess it's the stale thing why they gave it to Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett was amazing.
He is. He's really good. I ain't got a problem with it. Just me in general. And I am watching both of them. I'm just saying, because you know what, he is really good against the run as well. He's a havoc wrecker, man. He's crazy. Yep. Comeback player of the year. I love Joe getting it. DeMar Hamlin, I get the sentiment about it. I really do. I totally do. But you have to give Joe it just because he played so well too for being on his couch, which is ridiculous. Like people forgot Deshaun Watson was the quarterback, which is wild. That shows you, because it's like, man, this guy's doing stuff he ain't even done yet. You know. So, just saying, you gotta give it love.
That just shows you with even like, man, Cleveland, you gotta be like, I mean, we talked about this, like, how the heck do you even get Deshaun Watson to play?
Well, that's why
even just a little above average, like he's not even playing.
Dude,
like, Joe kind of played average, you know, and which was better than what he's had, you know, in the past few years. But you go, how do you have $200 million plus invested in this quarterback that can't even play average?
Well, dude, that's
not what you do, and it totally screwed the market for all these teams because the Browns are just idiotic. But
no,
Joe,
you're right.
I'm just glad Joe got it, and no offense to DeMar Hamlin, but dude, I hope the Bills do what's right. Cut the guy, have him become a coach. He can become an advocate for player like safety and start to help, you know, with rules, help with like, you know, how do you medically manage a situation like that? It's so frustrating to just like this guy, you know, this is worse than Taylor Swift, how many times they show him every Bills game. I mean, McDermott should be fired for handing him the ball.
Yeah, the
guy hasn't barely played all year, and then we're gonna totally throw everybody off. We're gonna let the guy that rose from the dead, maybe he's a ghost. You know, maybe that's what they thought. I don't know.
Look, no matter who they gave that ball to, that play wasn't gonna work. I don't know what they were doing. That was so wild. I don't get it. Oh my god.
Yeah, seriously. In all seriousness, like DeMar Hamlin, like it's just like, dude, it's miraculous he's alive.
It is.
That is amazing, right? And that in itself, and let's celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate that. Hey, you have the best of the best medical people on the field that understand and recognize. I mean, seconds matter there, and they did it, right?
Yep.
And you know, let's recognize that and how amazing that is. But I'm pumped that Joe got it, though. He definitely deserved it. Joe Flacco is elite.
bro, I agree. Did you see them two hugging? It brought tears to a Ravens fan's heart, man. I will say this: next year, I think Jordan Love's going to be in that MVP race a little bit. That man looking good. If he keeps it up, we'll see. I'm not putting any pressure on your boy, but if he plays like he played at the end of the year, hey. And here's my thing. Hear me out. I want to bring this up because I forgot, Tom. Just on the thoughts you were saying. Cleveland's in trouble. Everyone like Cleveland's coming back, bro. Your money's in that quarterback. Some of them defensive players have been balling out for you. They gonna get their money somewhere else. They ain't staying. They ain't staying. Same thing with the Ravens. Maybe the defense will be as good, but somebody's leaving. Geno Stone, Matabuke, I don't think's leaving, but maybe. I don't know. But my point is, someone's going. Patrick Quinn, someone's leaving. You ain't keeping all the good players. You can't. When you're a good team, people pay for your people when you play well. That's how it is. And Cleveland, you really ain't got the money. At least the Ravens got like a friendlier deal with Lamar. But Cleveland, and that's like Tom said, that was my thing with the collusion thing with trying to say collusion with Lamar's deal. No, the collusion was Cleveland messed everything up, and these other owners are like, just because this guy's dumb doesn't mean we're going to pay all this money for one guy. No. And the draft pick thing, I got into that. Y'all can all defend it and say all this. It is dumb to put 2 draft picks on the board, right? So the Ravens can come by, make you not be able to spend your money because it's wrapped up in trying to get Lamar, and then they can just be like, hey, we'll sign him for that. Thanks. Now you couldn't sign anyone, so your team's terrible. So especially a team in the AFC, it's dumb because they're just going to ruin your chance to get players you need. There was no way they were going to do that. Like, why?
I think what's interesting from just this past year, you look at the Atlanta Falcons, they were a team that I thought would really try to get Lamar.
I would have loved him in Atlanta, though.
There's always this rumor about, if they get Lamar, like now it's the whole Justin Fields, like they want this replica of Mike Vick, right? Because they think it's going to put butts in seats, at least down here as a fan base and some of the sports talk radio hosts. And you're like, but honestly, like, think what Lamar could have helped that offense with.
Oh, Tom, that's the one. I said AFC. If I was Atlanta, I would have did it. Because, God, I'm like, bro, that's all we needed.
No, yeah. Where I was getting at is I just can't believe how many teams, just like, you think they needed the help. Why didn't they try to sign this guy?
That was weird.
Who cares? And honestly, like, yeah, I mean, it's like now all these owners are so scared because of what happened with Deshaun. Like, they didn't really, there wasn't a ton of offers on that tag that they put Lamar on.
Well, here's the thing with team.
It was really interesting what has happened on the quarterback landscape after the whole Deshaun Watson thing.
It broke a lot of stuff. It really did. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Think what Jordan Love's contract's going to be.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Green Bay, they're thinking, hey, we need to sign him now before he does win an MVP or a Super Bowl, because my goodness.
Now I will contradict what I said with one team, the one I didn't get in the AFC, because they already traded for Aaron, but before they did, why didn't the Jets do it? Dude, you have a defense. If you get Lamar, and he's young, so then the contract makes more sense, right? Dude.
Well, I think Lamar, what would have been different too is he could have extended plays and he would have been a legitimate, like, dude, Aaron Rodgers is never going to survive.
No.
I think it's funny. Woody Johnson's like, we got to produce this year.
Bro, could you imagine him? Could you imagine him with Breece Hall, dude? Oh, big man going downhill. Got Lamar with the fake. Oof.
I mean, I'll be honest with you though. I don't think. I'd be curious what would happen if. See, I think the Jets franchise would have went the other direction in like a good way, right? Because you wouldn't have I can't believe they've invested basically everything in Aaron Rodgers. It's this old, decrepit,
Yeah, he's been acting crazy. I'm gonna be talking loud junk, bro.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know why he keeps talking, man, and he's trying to defend like, hey, people keep telling me to shut up and play football. It's like, well, no, because they're serious, because you just look stupid.
Yeah,
man. I mean, hey, but yeah, in the award ceremony, it was cool. I love the Hall of Fame class. I'm actually really pumped that it has to
Julius Peppers.
I'm a Packer fan watching. How many times teams, especially Green Bay, they would punt it away from him, and he still would score.
Devin Hester was amazing.
Unbelievable. Yeah. But the one thing I am a little ticked about. I know Devin Hester was the best.
Yeah.
But then Dante Hall better get a bid too.
That's true.
Because Dante Hall was unbelievable. for a span of time,
Tom's
I would argue he was as dangerous as Devin Hester.
Tom's a good Packer fan, but I'm gonna help him out because he's being nice and not saying this either. If Terrell Davis, who I love and think he should be a Hall of Famer, and he was, because longevity I think sometimes is important, but like when you have a Gale Sayers or a Terrell Davis or the guy I'm gonna bring up, Sterling Sharp, there are certain players that are that great. Terrell Davis still has the record. He's like 130 yards a game rushing in the playoffs. That's insane. Every game in the playoffs, he was getting you 100, and I'm saying it, Tom. I'm saying it. He carried what was left of John Elway to a title with that. Does anyone remember the first one that he won? How bad he was in that game against Green Bay. He was not good.
Yeah.
He was not good.
That was a good Green Bay defense, man.
Yeah, they ran. If it wasn't for
it goes to show you sometimes in those games when you get those really desperate teams and players that are kind of at the end of their career, everything goes out the window.
Yep.
And it doesn't make any sense. Like, the best team does not always win.
No. It's just I think Sterling should be in the Hall of Fame, and I do love the Devin Hester's in there because he was incredible. Sterling deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Let's stop. And Julius Peppers, that guy is a legend. So is that it? Because I think when people forget about Julius.
I loved him and Woodson. Those are two of my favorite signings. I mean, obviously Reggie White, but man, dude, I think Charles Woodson is probably my favorite. But man, like.
Well, Tom, you know what everyone forgets?
Peppers is just a freak athlete, man.
Thank you.
Even at his age in Green Bay, like, dude, this guy 1 year he had like 2 picks, and one of them he returned for like a 50-yard touchdown.
Well, you know what everyone forgets about him, Tom? I know you remember this. This is anyone who wasn't old enough, like the younger generation. When he first came in the league, he was built like a run stop in DN, like 270, 280, but he ran like a 4.5. He was like the original like freak like DN. He was crazy. Remember when he used to pick every pass because he had them hands because of basketball? That was crazy. Yep. That man was something for Carolina. Him, Steve Smith, they had a fun team. And Delhomme just chucking it all the time. He was hilarious. Muhsin Muhammad. Yo. What a fun Super Bowl, by the way. If anyone ever wants to go back, it's on YouTube. You just watch the whole game. Oh, my God. It was such a fun Super Bowl. It was a lot. Because it's so weird. It's so defensive.
That was one of the best Super Bowls. I agree.
Well, the defense is
about like a lot of drama, and also like everything happened in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Oh, it was so cool because it was like you saw the teams too coach their teams. Like it was really good defense in the beginning, and then both offenses figured them out. Like it wasn't like sloppy. It was just good football. It was really good, tough football. It was nice. It was a beautiful game.
And yeah, exactly. And
Tom Brady going to Tom Brady.
Speaking of Super Bowls,
yeah, I was going to say, let's go to this one. And this is, guys, it's going to be a shorter video. This is going to be our last thing. We're talking about the Super Bowl, and that's going to be it. It's not much to talk about. And then we'll come back next week with the game, our analysis on that, and that'll be it. Go ahead, Tom. Lead it off, man. You're transitioning right now.
Man, it's actually, like, for me, it's actually, I'm intrigued with this rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, this is Kyle Shanahan's legacy on the line, in my opinion.
I agree.
It really is. He has a lot riding on this because, to me, he could just be, hey, he's Mr. I get close but can't finish.
Nope.
Right? And it's possible this could happen. I think this San Francisco team is very different than these other ones because I think it's resilient. I don't think you can ever count them out.
I agree.
However, I do not trust Brock Purdy.
No.
They have to keep the ball, minimize his touches in this game. If it becomes a Brock Purdy show, I think they're in trouble. I really do.
He needs to take. Good. Finish.
Go ahead.
I'm just adding to what you're talking about. He just needs to make sure Kyle Shanahan, like you said, I agree with you, it's a legacy game, but I'm gonna let you go. I'm just adding this one thing. Take what the Ravens did against them and be careful. Do not do that. Like Tom's saying, don't make it. Their strength is their speed and their corners. Do not make it a passing game. What you need to do is, like the Bills did, run the ball. And you have a better running game and line. Just run them over. That's it.
Yep.
Give it to Christian.
Christian McCaffrey was still breaking long runs.
Yeah. Yep.
Kyle Shanahan was trying to get too cute.
Oh, yeah, the little screen passes getting tipped.
Stop making Brock Purdy. He's not an MVP candidate. He's not an MVP. He's a game-managing quarterback.
Yeah, y'all leave Cam Newton alone. He's right. Cam Newton right. Stop. Leave that man alone.
But Kansas City, I think this is where now we start talking about Mahomes in terms of like a real legend of the playoffs, and
Yep.
also comparing him to Tom Brady. You know, what I really love about his game as he's evolved,
taking what the defense gives him.
He takes what the defense has given him. I'm honestly kind of excited to see. I really love Travis Kelce and how he plays. I would love to see him have another really good game.
Me too.
And just to I mean, you know, I'm leaning. So my heart is leaning towards Kansas City. Right, because I truly I honestly I have a thing out for the 49ers. I just dislike them. I don't know what it is, but I gotta say, logically, and just what I've seen happen, there is something about the San Francisco team I can't put my thumb on, where I think they can pull it off. I really do. I think it's gonna be a big game. I think something to be said about seeing the legacy on the line. I really do. Not to reveal our picks early, or my pick early, but I'm honestly going to take the 49ers just because I think there's that desperation. I really believe there's something to that. But it could totally go the other way. And I believe that too.
Okay,
but, you know, the floor, Josh.
I believe, like Tom's saying, I think it's desperation. I think Kyle Shanahan needs this win, and now it's like to justify Purdy too, because they're talking him up the whole week. They're, you know, this guy's not a game manager. And by the way, I want to make it clear, I don't think he's bad. I just think everyone's putting the cart before the horse out here. We're like, oh, he's a great player already. He's a game manager. He's a very good game manager. Not hating on him. He makes good plays with his legs. All the love, baby. All the love. But see, I don't like how, like, the new school, right? It's when Tom Brady was winning games when he was younger, we did the right thing and we were like, you know, the defense kind of carries them. The team's kind of built the way in, and we were still giving him credit. But remember how many times people would be like, yeah, but he ain't that good. There was nobody going, oh, Tom Brady's MVP is amazing. I'm like, because here's the thing, everybody. I know everyone's thinking, oh, well, the stats, they throw a lot more now. The stats are way more inflated, okay? The RPO game and the little passes for touchdowns, you don't run it as much as you did back when he was big. But the same thing, he won a lot of games with a really solid defense and running game. And I'm just saying, let's let the guy grow. Maybe he will be that good. I don't know. But to say he is already is crazy. By watching the game, come on, Tom. No.
Oh no, I don't honestly. I wouldn't even question if he's going to be good. He's a game manager. He's going to have a short stint in the NFL of like 5-6 years, and that's it.
And I'm tired of like Kansas City.
Honestly, that's a long time.
Kansas City, I'm with Tom. Kansas City, this is Mahomes' like legacy kind of can be really like substantially. It's already really great. I mean, he's not going to go down. I don't think he's going to go down a lot by losing this game because I think the more talented overall team is San Francisco all over the board, like with players. But I think he does have a lot to gain by winning. Now, the one thing I will say, because I'm tired of this like narrative, and I'm gonna throw this out there. Tom he's fine. He ain't standing on this business. I am. I watched that Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. Everybody picked the frickin' Chiefs before the game, and then when they lost, the line was bad, and he didn't. Oh, it's not Mahomes' fault. He didn't play a good game. Y'all can stop. No. I'm tired of that. Quarterback that you like can have an okay game and gets the MVP, but when he plays bad, we make excuses for him when we like him. No, he had a bad game. He played like crap. He lost. Okay, let's stop. Tampa Bay was rolling.
Yep.
Got it. I'm done. I don't like that. If Tom Brady would have been terrible in that game, everybody would say how bad he was. Come on now. Let's stop. And they wouldn't be like, well, his linemen were awful. No. You all picked everybody picked the Chiefs, bro. It was like 3 people picked the Tampa Bay in that Super Bowl. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no. I mean, what I would say is really interesting about this matchup too, and the one thing I really don't understand, why in the world is like Kansas City that large of an underdog?
That is wild.
This game is honestly going to be which coach or player makes the dumb mistake.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much tighter than even the last one. I am telling you right now.
I agree. I think it's going to be a good game.
2 different teams, and I think Mahomes is just more mature. I could totally see the Chiefs also running away with it really early.
Well, Tom, you're helping me out right now.
You know, that's the thing. These games are a crapshoot. That's why I hate predicting them. But
Tom.
I do believe in something to be said about there's something, I just cannot put my thumb on it about what the 49ers are as a tough team. And if they truly stay to who they are, they have as good of a shot as they've ever had of winning a Super Bowl.
Well, Tom, you're helping me with my pick. I hate picking games. Tom dislikes it. I hate it. I don't like it because momentum in football is so weird. And like if the opening kickoff gets fumbled and the other team scores, because I've seen it before. It happened in the Super Bowl with Cam Newton. Tom remembers this. Philly Brown called a pass that was a catch. The refs called it not a catch. The next play, the safety, the whole momentum of the game was changed. It was crazy because that was like a 30-yard pass play or 19, and they were about to move the ball, and then Von Miller strip sack, safety. It's like momentum's so weird. But anyway, here's my pick.
Look at the one. Look, I think Seattle would have crushed Denver, but man, you start that game with a safety, and it just went completely.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst Super Bowls I think I've ever watched.
And then don't even get me started on the Ravens last one. They're kicking their ass, and then lights go out, and all these old players on the Ravens can't get back up, and they come back, and I mean they won, but Jesus, that was a heart attack as a fan. Let me tell you, that was something. That was.
Yeah.
I was the least happy ever. Like when they won, I was just glad the game was over. I was like, thank God, that was scary as hell. Anyway, so Tom helped me get into my pick. I'm rambling. The reason I'm going to take the Chiefs is exactly what Tom's saying. I'm banking the other way. I trust San Francisco's team. Like he said, I'm afraid of them as far as like I think they're not out of it at all. But I'm with Tom. My thing is, I don't trust Kyle Shanahan. I'm going to give him a chance to prove me wrong. I think he's going to do his normal thing where he's got to be Mr. Brainiac and try these little passes when he could just run the ball. If he runs the ball consistently, I think San Francisco has a very good chance of winning this game. Because like Tom said, I think they're the tougher team with more talent. But there's something, I don't like betting against the Chiefs. I've been saying it all year. And everybody was like, oh, they're going to lose. And like, I'm like, man, they're the champs. The refs are going to give them a couple calls too. But that's what happens when you're the big dog. I got no hate on it. It happened with the Patriots and other teams, the Cowboys in the 90s. You get the calls when you're the good team, when you're the winners. They're tough. They're going to play it to they are a little chippy too. And the thing that I do like Tom said, he kept, that's why I was saying he's giving me my ammunition. You're letting them play the underdog card that they've played all year long. Hey, they don't think we can win. Hey, especially the last 3 weeks. They're like, hey, they don't think we can win. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to come out there chippy. Like Tom said, I think Kelsey's going to have a game. His girl's definitely going to make it there. The Swifties are going to be watching. She going to have the coat on. I'm like, I got the Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a hell of a game, though. Come on.
I hope it is, man. You know, last year's Super Bowl was fun. I mean, the thing is, too, don't get me wrong. I think the Chiefs are tough too. I mean, you just
they are. They are.
And then think about it too, man. Last year they came back from being down like 10 points plus or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like I'm not saying they aren't tough. It's just like I said, sometimes
no. I just think
there's some weird things, and you never know. Yeah, I do believe like if the universe wants to pay and give Kyle Shanahan his time in the sun, this is it. Because if he does, man, I'm not so sure that where San Francisco is going to be.
No, I agree. But yeah, guys, that's our picks. We'll see how it goes. Usher's the halftime show, so it's gonna be fun. Anyway, all right, everybody. Appreciate likes are always appreciated. Subscribe for more content. And me and Tom will be back. And as always, tell him Tom.
Roll Tide.
Bye.